Hello folks, welcome back. Today I'm unboxing the second edition of Last Light. It's the deluxe version. I did not get the expansion, the moon expansion. I wanted to kind of try it out first, but I missed it the first time around on the Game Found. Now I'm not sure if it was Game Found both times, but I backed it on Game Found this time, and I got some extra trays and stuff like that too, but let's just go ahead and take a look inside. Alright, so seems decently packed. We've got some Y trays. Looks like there's more of them than I thought. One. I like these a lot anyway, but I was a little confused about the purpose of these. They kind of included this as an add-on to maybe make it easier to store your Last Light stuff. So I'm not sure what it actually comes with inside, but I love these game trays things anyway, and I know I could find a use for them if I didn't need them for this necessarily. But I picked them up anyway. Here's the game. You can see it is the deluxe edition. Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop these open just because they're small and they're easy to do. Yeah, these are much like these other, oh, okay, they're a little different. Alright. Yeah, so we got some that are larger and some that are more compartmentalized. Looks like it's mostly the larger ones. Okay. And of course we got lids for those that just clamp right on. We'll set these aside here. Now, I think like a lot of deluxe editions, it's going to have more plasticky resources than it will cardboard resources. So probably not a lot of chits. It says one exclusive resin gold planet, neat, with special rules. 40 exclusive plastic mini ships, 7 exclusive plastic asteroids, 60 exclusive plastic resource containers, 30 plastic light tokens, 20 plastic damage tokens, 25 technology cards, 10 alien races, and UV spot on the board. Okay. But, oh, that's well and good, but let's take a look inside. There's the exterior of the box. Looks like it arrived okay. Got a little bit of lid lift, which probably means I got some stuff to punch out. Maybe. Maybe all that plastic just busted out. Alright. The darkness, the blackness of space inside the box here. We have instructions. It looks like they have a DISD helper to help you get started, which is neat. But the instructions look nicely presented. Different player counts. Playing the game. If playing the game just starts here, oh, that is a really, yeah. So we got like 3 or 4 pages of rules. A lot of words on this, but it doesn't look too complicated. I've watched some playthroughs. It doesn't seem like it's all that complicated. So I'm not worried about it. Got 2 player variant rules. That's what we'll be looking at tonight. All right. And a little explanation of things on the back. No index or anything, but this thing's so short, I don't feel like it really needs it necessarily. They don't have a table of contents either, really, do they? No, it just kind of launches right into setup. And a lot of this is just based on the player count for which one you're going to pick. Okay, let's go ahead and look around some more. Put that over here. We've got some notes on the assembly of the game board and the planet. And a quick reference sheet for the different items and stuff. So it's kind of a cheat sheet on the back, dual purpose. That's good. We do have some cardboard here. All right. Oh, these are the home planets, I think, or the little home bases for the different players. They punch out real well. All right. Seems good. And these will be the... I'm just going to put it over there. More of that. These are the individual player boards. So when you're playing, you'll be able to lay cards on here to do your upgrades. You kind of keep track of your ships and stuff. All right. Here. These are little rings that are going to go around the outside of the planet. Maybe these are. Oh, these. I have to look. I'll have to look again. We've got these things, which are little hidden things that you'll find when you explore a planet. We'll give you a little boon on them. Not too certain what some of these other things are. I think that's the first player token. Some little punch out pieces here. This is probably the game board. Ooh. Yeah, this is so much nicer in person than it looks on video. I just got to point that out. So some assembly are required. I'm going to have to do some stuff here, but look at the, it's hard to see it. Look at the filigree around the edge of that, how nice it is. So it's a little hard to see on camera unless I catch the reflection. But in person it looks really, really cool. Really primo. Of course, you're going to attach a circular thing in the middle that's going to turn, or two circles in the middle that'll turn. We'll get to that when we do. Speaking of, here are one of the circles. This is the innermost circle, I believe. It's got that same filigree on it. And another, looks like they break down into here, so I guess it does comes apart. Which is good. Another part of the lazy Susan of the cosmos here. Is it the same on both sides? Can't tell if there's really a difference, but really nice details there. This looks like it was made to fit those perfectly. And we got an insert. It looks like I'm going to have to assemble these planets. There's a lot of holes here. I wonder if that's for the expansions that I didn't get. It always makes me want to buy them when there's empty spots in there. These are the planets. I might have to assemble them to really appreciate what they look like. But basically, they kind of look like marbles. I'm just going to pull a selection of things here. Yeah, they really do. Now, little plastic marbles here. They're pretty neat looking. Okay, here we have some, it looks like this looks like it's for the board to put together. This is probably planets. All of these look like little planet stands. This little red markers, little red plastic pieces. Let's a quick look at what these look like. Okay. It looks like we got a couple of bags of light. I wonder if they're different denominations because they're different sizes. I'm just going to pull out one of them. They look the same, although one looks smaller than the other. Cool little plastic pieces. Over here we've got some ships and we got some bases. These are little plastic bases for the These are little plastic bases so you can assemble your planets. Kind of interesting. All right. Put those aside. Now we have some ships and other parts. Let's see. These are find a color. Just pick one color. It's maybe easier to see. We'll do this yellow one here. These things you can put out to gain resources, if I remember correctly. And they kind of look like little portals of some sort. They're cool little plastic pieces that go by player color. There. And we got some blue ships. They're all different sizes of ships. I think this is one of the big ones. There's a couple of these. Not sure if every race is different. They probably are, which will make this kind of long, but let's see. Here's some small purple ships that sort of look like insects almost. Even smaller ships from the purple guys. Some more purple ships. I wonder which side's up. That's more decorated. That looks a little cooler. And yes, they are all different. So let's just go through these. The portals, like these things look like they're all the same, but the ships not so much. Here's some yellow ones. We'll go through and organize this, or figure out how to organize this in a minute. And here's these. Pretty neat. The spaceships themselves are pretty cool. I don't know if I would be inclined to paint them or anything, but I like the shapes that they picked for them. I think it's the small because there's so many of them. Oh, no, there's a lot of these others too. I like how different they all are. These are the medium ones. Yeah, they're bigger. The medium-sized ships. Here we have the big red ships. The medium red ships. And the small red ships. Looks like also under here we got a whole bunch of empty bags to sort things out. Set those aside. This looks like a spacer, probably to put those player boards and stuff in. And we've got this bag which seems to hold a lot of the different resources. And in this game we've got, looks like sort of a greenish color, a yellow color, and a purple color. And they're in little gray and transparent plastics, much like this. These are another deluxe item. And you got these asteroids that block off player areas. So, but for different player counts, you can use these to kind of block the board off and make the board a little smaller. Pretty neat little plastic asteroids. There's a whole bag of them here. And I'm noticing that these little slots look real familiar. So they'll hold these wide trays perfectly. Yeah, it looks like you could do it in pretty much any of these. It holds them snug too, because it just kind of barely fits inside of here. They fit a little bit better on either side. And kind of hard to tell without the lids. I'm trying to see how many of these I could stack on top of one another. They do kind of nest a little bit. Interesting. What else do we have here? Looks like a little helper, like a cheat sheet. Here we have the various alien races. It has some asymmetry in that each of these races can do different things. And we've got quite a few to choose from. The art's pretty good. It's kind of fun. A lot of different abilities. It's like real short description, just a real quick thing about that makes them different from others. Oh, there are player counts designated at the top. That's interesting. So only play with them on three or more players. Going back in here for now, just to keep it tidy. Looks like we've got another set of aliens. I wonder if that was something special that came with this version of it. Probably. Got even more characters. Very neat. Oh, here's a little rule set for the Golden Planet promo. Here we have some cards. These cards you're going to play on your turn to do things. Not sure what that's for. Let's see what other cards we have before I break into this. More things, okay. Some of this I don't really know what it is. Here are those tech cards, so you'll be using these cards to, and they all pretty much look like this. I don't think there's any need to break open the pack. You're basically just going to get this small pack of cards. You'll use this to upgrade your ships and your civilization, and make yourself better, like these things here. You can attach them to the different ships, and they'll give your ships some asymmetric abilities, so you can kind of level up as you go. Quite a few of these cards. I don't know if these are probably all the green tech cards, and these are the civilization cards. So those are all in there. And we got a set of dice. These are a set of custom dice with various things on there, like get light and re-roll, maybe, or hit and re-roll. Activate a special ability, I think is what this means. And that means you missed. You missed! We will take a look at these cards. These are all cards that you're going to use for your actions. I believe everybody gets the same set of cards. And you'll take these actions, you'll do one side, then the other side of these. Yeah. And it should be the same set of cards for every player. Alright, these look good. They're a little thin. A little thin. The artwork looks good. It looks nice and crisp, easy to read. We'll throw these in some sleeves. It looks like there might be room enough for sleeves in here. Of course, we'll see. It kind of looks like this thing was meant to hold expansions also that I don't have. But I'll definitely, but I'll have to get it all packed up before I kind of make a determination about how things fit in here. Although, looks good. Looks like it's been accounted for pretty much. There's a lot of space in here, a lot of little notches. no instructions on how to actually put the stuff in. I didn't see any of helpful instructions in here for how to repack, so maybe we'll do that next. All right, so I think I've got it all sorted out, at least for the time being, at least. to where the box shuts and it's reasonably okay as it spins around. I've only had one test, so but we'll try it again here. There aren't a tremendous amount of shuffling cards in here. The cards you have in your hand really don't have to be shuffled. However, I do like to sleeve them if it's possible. So I sleeved all of the cards, including the cards you have in your hand and these small cards that you're going to draw from. So these would be shuffled. These would be like random things you get from technology and such. Oddly, the big card sleeves really weren't a problem. They fit nicely into here, and I'll show you more about that in a second. The small card sleeves made it really tight in here. You were able to distribute it in 3 different places, and that kind of eased it. But man, there's a lot of these technology cards. And it could be the way I distributed things, because I decided to, a couple of the trays I split up, they seem like they're resources, and just imagining that the table would have, some resources on one side and some resources on another side as a public pool. I'd be real interested to know what changes you guys would make, or if you guys did something similar with your boxes. And I know it's not the super deluxe, like I'm missing a bunch of pieces, obviously, because the inside of it's got these empty spaces that drive me nuts. But we're not going to worry about that. I won't buy resin pieces. So there's an expansion you can buy for this that has resin versions of the planets, which sounds really neat. I haven't seen it in person. They look pretty cool, but these look really cool too. So it was about $60 more, and I hadn't played the game yet, so I decided not to get on. But it's interesting that this has a spot for them. So I don't know why, but I don't know why you would ever, like, if you had one, why would you keep the other? Like, I can see if you bought it later, like me, but what if if you just ordered it and you ordered the resin one, wouldn't they just come with those? I'm probably overthinking this. Let me show you the sleeves I used. These fit really nice and they felt really good. I always put the sleeves I used kind of down into here in case I ever need to buy some more. Like maybe there's an expansion that comes out. I want to get the same kinds of sleeves, because I'll forget, and they're all just clear things to me. Let's start with on this side over here. So I bought these extra. This was an extra purchase. These are Game Nerds like wide trays, and they fit into here sort of. These ones in the middle are kind of tight, like it does rub a little bit more than the others. But in these, what I chose to do, there's 2 different kinds in here. One had 3 separators, and these I decided to make them a shared resource. So these boxes I made little resource boxes. So instead of piling these out on the table, I can just pull them out of the box and set them down. So that's kind of how I got the resources split. We got the big light, the little light, whatever these things are, and all the different colors of the space sticks are all set up right here. That's actually a really nice way to organize that. It seemed to make a lot of sense to do it that way. And these kind of fit in here. It's a little tight. You hear it rubbing. Not too bad. Then of course that one fits right in there. Okay. So now for the individual factions, there are these other tubs, and tubs, and they were just very long. They're really long, and they didn't have any separators or anything, so it made perfect for the ships. Also put these tokens in here. I was curious what these were. I think they're kind of like little reminder tokens that you can put out if you need to remind yourself a combat has happened, or I guess there's a couple of other scenarios. These are the hands of cards that you're going to get and your graveyard. I also put those in there, and they fit in here really nice. I'm not sure why this has a little blah, blah, blah at the end of that, but I put my card slide down on there, and it snaps together real nice. They're real good. All these are real good. And we just got all the different colors, right? So when you go to play, you just hand somebody their color. These fit in here real good. I didn't put anything under them. You put anything under them at all, these start to stick up above this plane, and the space starts becoming inefficient. So these technology cards, this is that one deck. I had to split it in two. They're not the same height though. So the shallow one's going to go here. And then on top of that, I put all the, I think these are like the special missions, like your secret mission that you'll go on, or that's your secret goal for the game. And the other side of that deck goes right here. And this sticks up just a little bit more. There's some promo cards that I got with this because I bought it as part of the crowdfunding campaign. And I separated those off until I kind of look at them. Because I want to evaluate them separately, I guess. So I kind of put those over there and I stuck them in this little square. Now this square, if you didn't use it for that, it really looks like it's meant to be used for cards. So I don't feel bad putting it there. The planets had some extra stems. I think these are like... just in case you break one of yours or something awful happens to it. So I just kind of spun mine around and I'm going to just tuck it right into the corner here. And it'll be there if I need it, but it's out of the way. So right here we've got a space that was obviously meant to fit these cards or all the things that are this size. I think in this version, again, because it's crowdfunding, I think I've got extra cards or more cards than you would normally. These are the little player aids. It would have been interesting if these would have been able to fit in the box. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make something that would fit in, or card size, so you could put one in the box with it. That's a suggestion I would have made, but they're going to fit in here. And they fit pretty good. You can kind of see there's another plane kind of going right here, so you can see where these things are going to fit. But before I do that, the asteroids. So with this crowdfunding edition, you had these big old goofy asteroids. I say they're goofy, they're really cool though. I like them. Never tell me the odds. So I'm going to take these, I'm going to take them and I'm going to just drop them right in here. I think that's all of them. The dice, I'm going to go right here. These are the spaces, these are little mysterious things that you put on these spaces between planets and stuff. And I didn't see a real clever way to work them into one of these. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put it in a bag, fold it over, and that tucks in here next to the asteroids just fine. Now we can take this and put it down. You see it fits right here. There's a little spot for it and everything, and nothing's sticking up too far or anything like that. This is a little card and a couple of little planetary exploration pieces that are for the expansion. Again, before I integrate it, I like to just kind of keep things separate. So I'm just going to put that there to keep it safe. Next, we've got the planets all assembled. And there's something interesting about this thing. There is no way that I know of to get this to go back on once you put the bases on. Like, I can't imagine you wanting to take these on and off either. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. I mean, it wasn't like it's super hard. I built a lot of models and stuff, but there are a couple of these. I think I put them on too thick or something. That one came off just fine. I think a couple of these I pushed down too far, and the stem will not come out anymore. Or maybe I got these in the wrong order. I tried to kind of keep it where it's supposed to go, but I'm not sure. Are they different heights? I need your help. Anyway, I can't get this lid to shut. I don't know, and I haven't taken them all out to try it. So I don't know if they're supposed to snap shut, but it doesn't. It doesn't, like, it won't close. And I know it's because of these bases and stuff. So that feels like, I don't know why it doesn't shut. It just has to kind of float on top of there. These extra spaces for things I don't have, I didn't buy the light up. I think the light up planet would go there. I'm not sure if there's two different ones. I guess there's gonna be if there isn't already. And I think these are like replace some of these. See, this doesn't look like enough. Maybe this is for an expansion. Well, I'll have to look at it a little bit more. I've kind of looked online, but not very far. Oh, and this one planet has a thicker stem, and I believe that's to go in the center. So I found the little plastic piece that goes in the center, and I put it on there. This easily comes off and just kind of keeps these things together. I could put this in here, but I found it tends to float around when I do that. In here, it stays a little bit better. So I put it in here. Also, in the side here, I've got the planetary exploration tokens. I just put the dark ones over there and the reddish ones on the other side. And hopefully that will keep those contained. But what's interesting with no planets in there, you can kind of grab it like so. Just kind of set it right here. Then this goes down. This is neat on the top here. I love the way this part works. So it's got the inner map here. There we go. And that just fits on top of it. Oh, the other thing I didn't work in was the player colors. I figure one of the first things you'll do is pick your player color. So I'll put these in here like this. The instructions. Then the lid. And we shut. We're perfectly flat. Perfectly flat. And oh boy, there's such chaos going on in here. Then we're tumbling through space. Oh no! Zero G! Will all my stuff still be there? Oh, we're going backwards now. Oh no. Everything's okay. Let's see. Confidence is middling. Okay. Not much can go wrong there, really. Yeah, this stuff's solid. What's going on here? Ooh, yeah. Probably, surprisingly not too bad for the tumbling I just gave it. I mean, I just sent that thing everywhere. This was out of place, which is weird because it feels like they snap in here. I wonder if there's a magic configuration that makes that lid shut a little bit tighter. But I gotta say, for the most part, all this stuff is still there. All right. Woo! Things got a little chaotic in here. The dice are everywhere. I think that's all the dice. Oh, no, there's another one. But other than that, of course, these things are going to be fine. That's a great way. So the dice get a little loose under there. Not surprising underneath. Probably it'd be a good idea to throw something in there. Hold it down. There we go. I think while I'm doing that, I'll just go ahead and do these here. That'll be a good time as you're getting to this part to start picking your factions and stuff, right? All right. Alright, repacking. And folks, we've come to that portion of the video where I shoot the thumbnail and say farewell. If you like videos like this, I got a whole playlist full of videos of unboxings. I look forward to seeing you there soon. Be sure to subscribe. Enjoy your games. Bye-bye.